Hey, my super beautiful, lovely, gorgeous souls. Today I'm bringing you guys a ghost story and also a mini reading, sort of anything we need to know or any kind of luck we might be having or needing around a situation, general, personal in our life. All right, and we'll do that after my little ghost story here. So today I want to tell you guys about Fairfield Hills. Is an asylum in Connecticut that was sort of vacated since I want to say the early 1990s. But it's in Fairfield County, I will say. And, you know, it was housing and treatment for allegedly insane people. And there was a vast complex of buildings and underground tunnels. I think they use it for government stuff now. And at least 2 of the buildings are boarded up and they have fencing around them and you can't go in there. It is definitely heavily guarded. When we went, we did have an encounter with security guard and a policeman. So basically, it got like a bad rap because it had a history of like, I think electroshock therapy, I want to say, or experimental shock therapy, and lobotomies were actually done there. So to me, I think the place was very tormenting for these people that were unfortunately housed there. And I had known this woman that since passed, that was like a neighbor on our street. She had lived across the street from us all her life, and she used to work there as a psychologist. And she told me some stories that I just could not believe what was happening and what was allowed to happen. Basically, if you were mentally ill, you were treated like very, very badly. It was like you were not treated with compassion. So when I decided to go with my friends, because we used to do all this ghost hunting back in the day, and we used to think, you know, we were so cool and hot shit and that we were going to find stuff and video it or get it on camera at least. And I'll have to start looking through my old stuff to see if I can find any stuff for you guys to see, like some pictures. But, so basically all controversial sort of shit was going on, and a lot of mysterious deaths and a lot of abuse and a lot of neglect cases through the years. I believe that MTV did a segment there. They used to have a show called Fear. And I believe that they did an episode there and they dubbed it something else, like St. Agnes Hospital, I believe it was. And then I believe that it was in the movie Sleepers in 1996, I think, which was a few scenes of that movie were sort of filmed there. But anyway, it has like all these underground tunnels that are the creepiest thing, because I feel like the underground tunnels were to go to the morgue or to go between buildings. They were very cautious. They didn't want any of their patients, you know, out of their sight. Some of them were dangerous. And some of them, unfortunately, were more innocent. It kind of reminds me of like American Horror Story. But anyway, we decided to go. And from one part of the highway, I remember we could see like the top of it. It looked like this like Gothic castle, like one part of the top of it, because it does have a big clock tower that is known for Fairfield County. And we drive up and it almost looks like a college, like a campus. And there's like these roads that go this way and that way. So I know we did not have the intention of going in there, but more or less wanted to be on the grounds, drive around a little bit, see if we could see in any of the buildings if we got out, and make sure no cops were coming or no security guards or anything like that. So I remember us taking pictures, but we're in the like early 2000s, okay? So there was no cell phones that had cameras, and we had like throwaway cameras. And our cell phones were like Motorola flip phones, like that long ago. So I remember us like parking the car and like getting out really quick and kind of like trying to run around to the buildings and split up a little bit and see what we can see, but not go too far, because I know we were very concerned about the cops coming again. And I remember looking in like the building, and you could see just like this long hallway, and it looked like there was just like papers and crap everywhere, and like at the very end of the hall, it's like you could almost see like something was overturned, like maybe like a file cabinet or something like that. And I just saw like a shadow where the file cabinet was, like way down the end, like a shadow just go boom real quick. And I jump back and I'm trying to look behind me and see, like, is it somebody behind me? Like, is it somebody, like, is it a reflection? Is it, like, anything I could possibly think of to debunk? And I was just like, there's no way. And I just was scared. So now I'm like, I want to get out of here. I just had, like, that creepy feeling. The place looks so, like, creepy from the outside and the inside. I wanted to go in. There's really no way at that point. We were not going to, like, try to break in or break a window or anything like that. And I know a lot of people would go there and do that kind of shit and, like, throw rocks at the windows and be, like, vandals. So we kind of all gathered back at the car, and it was me and my friends, maybe, like, 2 or 3 of us. And we get in the car, and we're, like, turning around trying to get out of that place, and we see a security guard come in. So of course we're like, oh god, we got to get the hell out of here fast, and, you know, kind of make it like we were just turning around or we got lost. And as we, like, turn around and we look at one of the windows, we see, like, a figure in the window. We all saw it, and it looked like a small woman, like a statue or stature, or, like, however you want to say it, of, like, a small woman, almost like a nurse. So I don't know if there was a nurse that died there or a patient that died that was female, but she was kind of, like, looking out at us, and you could see, like, hair, like woman's hair. And we were just, like, freaking paralyzed by this. We just went looking for something and we found it, and we just weren't even sure what we were seeing. I just remember kind of feeling almost, like, breathless, like I couldn't say anything. Like, what could you say? Like, it's almost like a stunning shock, like, moment, and we're just, like, looking, and then we're just like, oh my god, do you see that? Do you see that? And then we look to see where the security guard is, who's rolling up on us, and then we look back and gone. And we just turned around, we acted like we were going, and we waved to this guy, like, as if to say, we're out of here, and he was kind of pointing, like, yeah, get out of here, and we were gone. And then we would, like, go to, like, Dunkin' Donuts after and, like, discuss everything. Scared out of our wits. Could not believe we saw that. And I know that other people have gone there and said they've seen something similar or other types of spirit activity. A lot of shadows, a lot of shadowy spirits there, which now that I know, you know, the knowledge that I have now is a lot of probably earthbound spirits, tormented souls that were left behind there that maybe possibly don't even know that they have passed, which is very sad. So yeah, dangerous kind of place to go. I would not go there now. I would not try to access those tunnels at all. You know, I know people that have gone and went inside and gotten, like, $500 fines and trespassing charges. So back in the day, I feel like it might have been a little bit easier to try to sneak, but I feel like, you know, the more that people did this, the more people were, you know, prone to get in trouble. So let's just pull this little card for sort of advice, anything going on right now in our lives that we need to know. So the 10 of hazards we've got here. So this is really more or less about kind of being around the same people, and the people that, you know, you really heavily rely upon and trust, and building bonds with those people. I feel like that will do something very good for you, and being around the people that you love, whatever you're going through. Like, if you're going through some type of situation with work or money or a relationship, I feel like you have good people around you and good people to turn to, and that these people are sort of like a blessing in your life. And I'm getting from Spirit, treat them as such. And I'm also getting you can get help if you need it. Like, you have to be able to open your mouth, like, when you need help, and ask for help, because people can't read your mind. And I'm also getting, just cherish every day with your loved ones, because life is short. I love you guys so much. Thanks for tuning into my ghost stories. Smash that like button if you want to hear more ghost stories, and subscribe, guys. I'm trying to get to 5,000, so help me out, and you'll see readings on a weekly basis. Thank you so much for joining me. Love and light. Happy haunting.